Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft, and today is the last day of my March challenge, which is a monochromatic challenge. And if you have been watching the process videos, then you will know that the color that I'm starting off with for this month's challenge is orange. Now, everything is not specifically orange and white or orange and black. There are some other colors mixed in, but orange was the inspiration for this challenge. And so I had pulled everything from my stash that had orange in it that could fit this challenge. And I made a pretty decent dent, I would say, through in the papers I did. In the embellishments, I still have kind of a big pile. Some of them I think I'll be able to use through other scrapbooking, and some of them I just think they're not going to work and I'm going to have to get rid of them. And that's okay. I'm trying to make it be okay. But I still have a lot of photos left from August 2023 to scrapbook. And unfortunately, the pieces that I'm using for this challenge, I just don't have enough of them to complete all those photos. So once again, I'm doing another non-photo layout. But I do have the photos in mind. I know what I'm going to use. I just don't have them printed. So the background is on Vicki Boutin Foundations paper, and I used ripe persimmon and crackling campfire. Or no, I think I used crackling campfire and carved pumpkin actually on this one. Now I can't remember. Because the ripe persimmon always looks a little lighter in the bottle, and then when you actually use it, it's surprisingly orangey. So now I can't remember which one I did, but I basically just smushed them down. So you take a piece of leftover plastic from like an embellishments bag that they come in, and you just spray the Distress Oxide spray or whatever misting spray you use. I use the Tim Holtz ones, and you just spray it on the plastic and then just smush down, just press down on your cardstock with the plastic, and you get these cool smushes. So I used two different colors just for some visual interest because I had different colors of oranges to use. And now it's time for me to try to figure out how to put some of these pattern papers down. So I'd split up my pattern papers, my orangey pattern papers, into piles, and I had a pile that was very fall themed with some fall themed embellishments. So the photos I'm going to use for this one are two photos from a little trip we took to the farm to pick pumpkins, and I'm going to cut one of them into probably a smaller than 4x4 square, so that sort of brownish color, which I'm just going to call burnt orange. That brownish paper can actually be a mat for the photo. And then the blue piece there is just a placeholder where the other 4x6 photo is going to go. And then I'm just creating some banners out of some of the other smaller scraps of paper that I had set aside. These are really old papers. I want to say those are probably Prima, and I've probably had them for as old as my daughter is. I think there was a collection called like Amber Moon. It was a long time ago. And I really like them, but all I had were these scraps. So I'm finally using up these scraps, and then a couple embellishments that are going to go on here. Some leaves from Pink Fresh, a thing that says October, which I believe is from Simple Stories. And so I've got that layered up in the back with another piece of like greenish paper. And then I'm going to do something similar on the other side of this photo, another cutting more little banner strips and having them peek out from behind the photo. This whole process is very short, so you're going to get to the end of the video very quickly. Obviously, once I get the photos printed and I stick them down, I can add in a little bit more if I want. I could even, maybe by the time I get those photos printed, I'll have some other fall embellishments or fall things that I can use and add into this. So we'll just have to kind of see how it goes, but I'll set this one aside while I wait for the photos to get printed. And I am using glue dots to stick everything down, and that's because I ran out of my double-sided tape, and I wanted to buy adhesive when I went to Joann. Well, everything is on sale because they're closing, and they didn't have any scrapbook adhesive left. So I haven't gotten over to Michael's, although I do have a $5 reward there that I need to use in a couple days. So I'm going to get more double-sided tape from the grocery store today, and hopefully by the time I post another process video, I'll be back to using, maybe I'll even be back to using my adhesive squares. I don't know. Wish me luck on finding adhesive. And wish me luck for April. I think April, what I'm going to do for challenges is try to follow along with all of the Chamel scrapbook lives. I haven't watched some of her stuff in a really long time. And I do enjoy the inspiration that she gives and the ideas that she has. You can use the same pieces that she's using, or you can use stuff from your stash, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. And I look forward to just, kind of seeing how her stuff works with what I have and figuring it out as I go along. So I hope you'll join me. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on those process videos. And if you enjoy this one and all of those and any of the past ones, make sure you give them a thumbs up. I'm going to make a monochromatic March playlist so that if you need a little bit of inspiration to get you started using orange or just one color, hopefully my layouts can inspire you there. I think I also have a White with One challenge playlist. There's a Facebook group called White with One, and you literally can only use the color white and one other color. So it's definitely a challenge. Definitely gets you looking through your stash. I think black and blue, since they're more neutral, you can use those as well, especially if you're trying to create titles or something. But it's definitely a challenge. I think I used to be on the design team a long time ago. And then I stopped just because, sometimes you got to take a break. But I really like these kinds of color challenges, and I hope that you do too, and that you try your hand at doing it as well. So I added in a title there. It's called Farm Day. I used 2 different orange alphas or orangey alphas. And then I really wanted to have something where I could put like the date or a little bit of journaling. And so that tag there, it originally had the abbreviation for Sunday on it, but we did not go to the farm on a Sunday. So I just cut that off. And yeah, it's actually more yellow, but whatever. It gives me some space to write the date, and I'm just going to do some splatters with the same colors that I smushed with. I like doing that because when you smush, the ink actually looks different. It kind of gets a different shade than when you just throw down the splatters. I guess just because of the way things dry and the way it's pushed into the paper. So I really like to have a combination of the smushing and the splattering. And here are the close-ups for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and that you'll follow me on all my social media channels for lots more. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!